Like supervised and unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning is another type of machine learning model. Models that use reinforcement learning learn through a trial and error process in which the model learns what actions will bring it closest to its goal over time. For example, here is the graph of the rating versus the number of games played for a chess engine which uses reinforcement learning. As the engine played more games, its rating improved. Before we go into technical terms, let's take a look at an analogy. Let's say we have a toddler next to a hot cup of coffee. The toddler touches the cup and gets their finger burned. Now what would happen the next time the toddler saw a hot cup of coffee? They probably wouldn't touch it, because the last time they did, they got burned. This is how reinforcement learning works. In fact, we can expand this analogy to many actions toddlers, and people in general, make. For example, if a student got a good grade for writing a really long essay, we could assume the next time that student writes an essay, they would make it really long as well, because last time they got rewarded for it. Here is a diagram of how it works in technical terms. In this diagram, the agent is the model itself, and the environment is the setting the agent interacts with. The state is information about the environment. The action is the decision the agent makes based on the state of the environment, and the reward is essentially the feedback given to the agent on how effective its action was at getting it closer to its goal. Basically, the agent gets a state, takes an action based on this information, and then receives a reward and a new state, thus repeating the cycle. Let's go back to our example with the toddler. In that example, the agent is the toddler. The environment is the cup of coffee. The state would be the heat emitted from the cup of coffee. The action would be the toddler moving their hand to touch the cup, and finally, the reward would be the pain the toddler feels from being burned. In this scenario, the toddler wants to avoid pain, therefore the reward of pain will be a negative reward. However, rewards can be neutral or positive, like in the example with the student. Thanks for watching, and I hope my video helped you. If you want to learn more about reinforcement learning, please click on the next video.